everyone. I am here with my husband, Steve.
Hello.
And for those of you who don't know Steve, Steve is from Israel and his favorite fruit is hummus. Or in Israel they say
hummus. It sounds
hummus.
the same thing.
Same thing. So for the last, 6-7 years, Steve has been making his own hummus. And over the past few years, he's really perfected the recipe. And we'd like to share that recipe with you today. So let's start with what you need. First of all, you need garbanzo beans or chickpeas. And I know a lot of recipes out there say to use canned chickpeas, but in authentic Israeli hummus, you have to use the dry chickpeas or garbanzo beans. It's empty right now, but this is what the package looks like, the one that we use. And it is 12 ounces. And we'll talk about what we do with the garbanzo beans in just a moment. The other items you need is tahina paste. And this is the one that we like to use. It's called al-wadi. And this is actually, it's a powder, right?
No, it's a paste.
A paste, I'm sorry, it's a paste. It's a paste and you have to use water to make it liquidy. So we'll show you that in a little bit as well. Excuse me. And then we also need some garlic cloves. We need freshly squeezed lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Did I forget anything?
No.
Okay, so that's everything that we need to make the hummus. Now, as I mentioned, we use dry chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So we already did a few steps before we got on video. So Steve will tell you what he did first.
Basically, let me mention that we better use the small, it's recommended to use the small chickpeas, not the bigger ones, the small ones.
The really small ones.
The really small ones, they taste better. And in order to start this process, you need to soak the garbanzo beans in water for 24 hours. You gotta make sure you fill up water above the garbanzo beans. They gotta be on the bottom of the pot, and make sure keep it for 24 hours until they expand. And
Where do you keep it? Do you put it in the fridge? Or
you have to keep it in the fridge, especially in this temperature. It's gonna get bad and start smelling. So it's better to keep it in the fridge for 24 hours. Let the garbanzo beans expand. And then the next step is switch the water, put a clean water in the garbanzo beans, put 1 teaspoon of baking soda for the 12 ounces of garbanzo beans. You put 1 teaspoon or sometimes 2 for baking soda. And then you're gonna let it boil. And make sure you watch while it's boiling. It's gonna create a foam. That the foam is gonna expand. It's gonna spill out of the pan that you're boiling in. So make sure, watch it, clear up the foam, and then lower the heat and let it boil until it turns to
into like a mushy kind of
paste.
It's not like really pasty yet. You can still see the actual garbanzo beans, but it's very mushy. You can see that.
It's gotta be really, really mushy. And it's gonna give it a better flavor.
And how long does that usually take, the boiling process?
To boil, it takes between hour to hour and a half to get to this point that it's really soft. You can taste it before. And then the most important thing, once it's boiled, you're gonna take it off the stove and then take a colander and spill it over, and then all the water has to come down. Some people can keep a little bit of the water that you boiled in and use it to make the hummus. It's given it more flavor, but I don't really use this water. I use regular tap water or cold water from the fridge. Make sure that you let it cool, the garbanzo beans, to room temperature. Don't make the hummus when it's too hot. When the garbanzo beans are hot, it's gonna break down. It's not gonna taste good. It's not gonna even get the right consistency. Sorry. So let's
start to make it.
Let's start making it.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get first a bottle of cold water from the fridge.
And the only other appliance you can't really see, I'm gonna try to move it so you can see it, is we have a food processor here that we're going to put everything into make.
You can use a food processor, you can use a blender, doesn't matter. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take a glass or cup, measuring cup, it doesn't matter. You're gonna take 2 cups and put it in the food processor.
I don't suggest using your nicer cups for this.
Okay, now we're gonna start making it. And I usually use 3 cubes of ice, which what it makes, the ice make it smoother and make it a little bit thicker. I like the consistency thicker. Some people like it liquidy hummus, but I like it very thick. And to me, it tastes much better.
Do you want me to get ice for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get some ice. Okay, so what's next?
Next step is put a 3 cube ice cube or 4 into the mix. Take 1 garlic clove, put it one at a time. Some people like it garlicky, some people don't. I like it kind of in the middle.
One thing we should mention is that we don't have any specific like amounts to measure of salt, of lemon juice, of garlic. We like to just kind of do it by taste, and it's better to put the ingredients in little by little and to taste it, because you can always add more, but you can't take away.
Yeah. Now, of every 2 cups of garbanzo beans, we put 1 cup of tahina sauce. So I'm just gonna eyeball it.
Oh, so this one is the liquidy one?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I'm just gonna eyeball it. And the next step, it's the squeezed lemon juice. That's the best way to use a squeezed lemon juice. It's gonna taste better, don't lose the... I mean, some people like to use the lime already squeezed, but I squeeze, and for 12 ounces, I squeeze like 3 lemon juice. But I'm not gonna use all of that. So I'm gonna put just a little bit and put like half a cup of water. So the next step is we're gonna put also a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and then we're gonna start mixing it.
Before Steve goes on, I just want to really quickly say before I forget that you can find this Alwadi tahina on Amazon. So if you have difficult finding this brand, you can use a different brand, or you can buy this one at Amazon.
I'm gonna give it a taste.
It's good.
It needs
more lemon, and it needs more salt.
It needs more lemon,
And
no
garlic.
salt, and garlic.
And
So
garlic.
you add it one at a time. I'm gonna add the 2 small garlic cloves, more lemon, and more salt. But I'm gonna add more garbanzo beans, whatever I have left. You wanna make sure that don't add too much tahina. You wanna basically taste the hummus, the garbanzo beans. You don't want to taste the tahina when it's done. So I'm going to put the rest of the hummus.
We don't need any more ice or water, though.
No.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to give it another taste.
Let me taste first?
Yeah.
Okay. Here. I'm not sure. It needs something, but I'm not sure what. What do you think?
Need more lemon juice,
Okay.
and that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah. You gotta make sure not to put too much lemon. It's gonna overpower the taste of the hummus. Oh, now it's perfect.
You see?
Oh, good.
Oh,
When you test and keep switching spoons. More salt.
a little bit more salt, and I think we're perfect.
Yeah. And lemon juice?
No, no more lemon juice.
Okay. So basically, I use like two and a half lemons, squeezed lemons. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the paprika.
And look, should we plate it on there? I'll get the paprika for you. If you want to start plating it up.
Okay, I'm gonna plate it and. Okay.
Oops. And then now we need some olive oil, right?
Yeah.
And
Some people use, while they do the hummus, they put a little bit olive oil in there, but I like to put it right after when I plate it. When I put it on the plate, I put a little bit of olive oil on top and a little bit of paprika.
move this out of the way. And this is what the final product looks like. And we love to eat it with vegetables, with cucumbers, with carrots. It's also delicious with pita chips or pita bread. And it's just a delicious food that we love to eat. And with Yom Ha'atzmaut coming up in a little bit, about a week and a half from now, make some hummus to enjoy as you celebrate Israel.
So usually some restaurant in Israel, some people like to put garbanzo beans already. They left a little bit on the side and they got to put it on top. It's give it more extra
Texture.
flavor and texture. But again, so I hope you're gonna make some at home and enjoy it. And
Let us know if you make this recipe. We'd love to hear.
yeah.
All right. Have
Bye-bye.
a good day.